Moving Fearlessly is an online conversation series that is hosted by myself and my creative companion, Johanna. Johanna is based in Sydney. I'm currently based in Barbados. And I work for Fearless Communicators, a US-based company. And Johanna has her own business, Moving Communication. So you get a little bit of Fearless Communicators meets Moving Communication, and then you get Moving Fearlessly, which is what we're about. So at the beginning of COVID descending across the world, at Fearless Communicators, we started an online chat series, which is called Fearless Chats, which happens US time on Thursdays. Johanna, who was a part of coming to some of those chats, who's had time working with us at Fearless Communicators, is also a co-facilitator with me for our Australian programs, put her hand up and said, excuse me, could we not have one of those chat series down in Australasia? And we said, well, yes, and let's call it Moving Fearlessly. So that's where we are and where we have arrived today with our 18th conversation online community, which welcomes everyone across the world, but is centered on the thought leadership of Australasia. So we have a couple of traditions, which is how we begin our chat. If you are able to, it's great if you can be on video. At this point in time, it's also great if you mute yourself, because we don't necessarily need to be listening to everybody's backgrounds. There's going to be times in the chat where you will actually be invited to share. But for now, I just want to go through the way that we like to begin. So one of the things that we like to do at Fearless Communicators, and this is something that I learned through the African American community that I would engage with when I was at my other home in Brooklyn, New York. And one of the things that they do before they begin gatherings is they ask permission from the elder of the group or elders of the group, ask their permission to begin. So it's acknowledging wisdom of the elder. And so you get to self-identify if you identify as an elder. But if you do identify as an elder, what we ask is that you just give us a little bit of what we call elevated sparkulation, which is a little bit of waving your hands around, which is your indication to us that we are ready to begin. So asking now, elders of our community, are we ready to begin? Thank you. So we also like to begin with acknowledgement of country, acknowledgement of the land, and also a global acknowledgement. Fearless Communicators is a US-based company, and we work globally. And so we believe in this current life and environment, it's important to acknowledge that we operate on Indigenous land, and we acknowledge the elders and ancestors of that land, past, present, and emerging. We also want to acknowledge that at this point in time, across the world, and in particular in our base in the United States, there is institutionalized racism, ageism, ableism, misogyny, and LGBTQ+ phobia. And in our acknowledgement of that, we use our bodies and our voices and our stories in the hope of dismantling those oppressive systems and operations around the world so that we can all have as much justice and freedom that we all deserve. So in that space, we invite you into our community today, into Moving Fearlessly's community. Johanna and I are both so pleased that you are here. And I'm just going to now hand over to Johanna, my co-host, to just do a little bit of let's get us into Moving Fearlessly Planet Zoom where we are today. So over to you, Johanna.
Yes, great. Thanks, Deb. Hi, everyone. Good morning. So we're going to just start meeting each other as a way and connecting as a way to ground and land here in, as Deb says, Planet Zoom, because at the moment, there's a lot of boxes on screens and faces peering in. So what we're going to do is we're going to greet each other like long lost friends, as if we're long lost friends. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to call out someone. I'm going to call out Diana, and I'm going to say, good morning, Diana. So great to see you. And I'm saying it as if she's a long lost friend. And then Diana is going to call out someone else and say, Kayleen, good morning, Kayleen. So nice to see you. So, and then Kayleen will go to someone else. So we'll do this a couple of times as a way to start connecting and grounding here and meeting each other. Okay, is that clear for everyone? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'll start with Stephanie. Hi, so lovely you're here. So nice to see you again. And then Stephanie will take herself off mute. Let's all take ourselves off mute. It helps to just be more spontaneous.
Hi, Joanna.
Hi, Stephanie. And then Stephanie,
I can't see names. Yeah,
so
I can't see names. What?
Yeah, if you scroll across, if you're on the phone, you scroll across your screen, you should get at least 4.
Okay. Hi, Shelley. Great to see you again.
Good morning. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm scrolling. Hang on, who have I got on my screen? Good morning. How are you going?
Very well, thank you.
That
Very
is
well.
fantastic.
Here in Melbourne.
Oh my
You're in
goodness, who am I
Melbourne.
looking at? I'm in Melbourne, yes. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm trying to scroll.
I'm Stephanie.
Stephanie, hang on, I've got to find you. I've got Valentina on my screen. Hang on, I'm still going. Oh, there you are, Stephanie. How gorgeous to see you. How are you, my darling? Long time no see.
Okay. And so now, Shelley, you call out someone else and greet them like an old friend, like a long lost friend.
Oh, I want the name right. Is it Keyline or Kaline?
Kayleen, it's okay.
Kayleen, good morning. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Shelley.
Great to see you this morning.
Oh, it's lovely to see you too.
It's been such a long time, hasn't it?
Yes.
I'll leave it with you.
Who am I called? Hello, Ben.
Oh my God, hi.
Good morning.
See you.
Lovely to see you.
Awesome. And I picked someone else. Claire? Oh my God, Claire! Hi!
Ben, I didn't know I was thinking about you. Oh my goodness. It's been
So long.
so long. I'm so glad to see you.
Me too.
So good. So good. Valentina! Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Hi. Hi, Claire. Thanks. Good to see you too.
You fill my heart up. You really do.
Oh, it's so nice of you to say. Good to see you here this morning. Hi, Nisha. How you doing?
Valentina!
Ages.
It's so good to see you. I can't believe it.
Good to see you too.
Great to see you. Oh, now I have to say hello to someone. Deb! Deb! I haven't seen you in years. How are you?
Good. I know, it's been a long time.
Great to connect.
Good to see you again. Is there anyone left?
Hosts. 2 more people.
Sorry?
Deborah and Johanna, I think.
Oh, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Good morning.
Hello. So good to see you.
Same here. Spell my name the same way too, by the way.
The Deborah. Thanks, Deb. Good to see you. So happy that everybody is here. Yo. Oh, my goodness, Johanna. Is that you?
Deborah! Now, is anyone not? Diana, did you get called out?
No.
Oh, Diana. Oh,
Hi,
my
Diana.
arms are
We all say hi to
open.
Diana.
We'll all say hello to Diana. Diana's here.
And hello back to everybody. So good to see you.
Feel the love. There's a lot of love here.
Yeah, nice. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, Johanna. Excellent. And now that we've all played, let's keep playing and let's keep rocking and rolling through moving fearlessly. And today is delightful. Today is special. I'm so happy that you're here because we are going to sit in the beautiful energy with Valentina. Valentina was with us in 2008 when Fearless Communicators came to Australia for the first time to run our Fearless Force program, which is a program for visionary women leaders, which helps them to craft their signature speech. We started off in Melbourne, and Valentina was in that first cohort of women for our very first program ever in Australia. And it was in that program that I had the delight of helping Valentina to craft her story, and a little bit of that you're going to hear about today. So welcome, everybody. I'm going to introduce and leave the stage now open for Valentina to take us through everyday spirituality, a little bit of healing, a little bit of love and light. And Valentina, welcome to Moving Fearlessly.
Thank you. And hello, everyone. Imagine this. It's 1980. And there I am, a 10-year-old, laying on my back with an upset tummy. And my Macedonian mother comes at me with her finger wrapped in a handkerchief, just like this. And she says, "Razvijentie papokot." My belly button is undone. What does that mean? I don't know. She comes at me, she sits by my left side, and she inserts her finger into my belly button. And she starts to spin anti-clockwise around my body as I lay there looking up at the ceiling. I'm a little nervous. It pinches a little bit, especially as she just starts to turn and the finger's still in my belly button. And she goes right over my head and back to the place where she lands, where she starts. And then she just releases the pressure a little bit. And again, she goes around, over my legs, around the other side, over my head, and sits down and waits. And she listens out for the belly button. The third time, anti-clockwise around me. And I'm like, this is really pinching now. And I look down, I can see a little bit of red around my belly button. And then she goes, she starts to pump the belly button a little bit. She says to herself, I don't know if I did that the right direction. So off she goes in the other direction, around the other way, 3 times. And then she stops and she comes at me with a little lit birthday candle in a stale piece of bread and pops it right on my belly button, gets a cup and cups my belly button, and up goes the skin into the cup. I can see it. It's sucked up. She covers me up with warm towels and she says, now you can watch Humphrey B. Bear, my favourite show. Just lay there for a while. Now, I don't know what happened that day, but I did feel better. But what I did discover after 20, 30 years of studying energy techniques is that my mother was actually doing what many cultures do, is to move energy around the body in one direction, anti-clockwise to cleanse, and then clockwise to energize this energy body that we have. And that's what I'm going to be speaking about today. And I'm going to help you to understand why it worked, how you can do it for yourself very quickly, and actually show you some techniques that you will be able to take away after this for yourself.
Yes, we are ready, Valentina.
Oh, good. So what I want you to do first is actually feel your own energy. So energy is all around us. We are energy beings made up of electrical magnetic fields. They're made up of our thoughts, our emotions. You can even have an MRI where you can see what your thoughts are doing inside your brain. So when you're being happy, this bit lights up. When you're being fearful, this bit lights up. You can actually see it. So they've started to prove how thoughts become real things in your body. And we can work with this. Also, out of our hands is we have fields of energy coming out. So as healer and healers, we are all healers. Like if you have a sore tooth, what do? You go, oh, my tooth is so sore. So the energy of your hand is actually there to soothe you, to reconnect you with your own energy, right? So I want to just talk a little bit about that and how it feels. So you can all feel energy.
Can I just get you, Valentina, just also take us a little bit into now how you know this to be true? So we know you to be a healer and that you've been studying it for a long time, but what does that actually mean? Because maybe not everybody knows.
Well, with healing techniques that I've learned I've been doing it for 20 years. So I know it to be true because I keep on repeating the same results. So what we've been taught is that energy centers around the body are called chakras. They're spinning centers of energy, and they basically energize and cleanse different aspects of our being, our physical being, our mental being, our emotional being, and our spiritual self. So when we can feel this energy, we can actually do something with it. We can do something with it. So I usually use things like crystals to amplify the energy, but I can just use my hand to do what my mother was doing, is to spin the energy one direction to clear any negative vibrations that are actually really holding us back, making us feel a little off. So right now, if you were to think of something unpleasant or a little bit unhappy, right now, go ahead and do it. Just think of something that you'd rather not have happened, or some, little pain in your body. Just think about it for I'll give you 10 seconds. Could be an emotion, could be a physical thing. And I want you to note, where do you feel it? How does it feel? Is it thick, heavy, light, tingly, dense? And where in your body is it? And maybe just one or two of you can actually tell me what you've noticed right in this exercise now. You can speak to me, or you can type into the chat.
Anybody want to share? Yeah.
I think I feel it in my upper body. I just would be feeling it.
In your upper body?
Having maybe at my heart, and also having a sort of feeling a heavy head. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah. So notice that in 10 seconds, what your thoughts and the emotion of it can do to your body. Right? Look how quick that was. So whatever you think of, energy follows thought. So your thoughts are very important. So today we're going to train our thought a little, okay? So now I want you, don't worry about if everyone else, just notice what you felt like. Now let's go the other direction. I want you to think of something really beautiful and happy, joyous, generosity that you've experienced recently. Just focus on that for 10 or 15 seconds. Really go into that moment. So close your eyes and just really feel into the moment of the love that you felt, the connection that you would have felt. Let yourself be embellished by this feeling. Just find you can be the beautiful flower you saw, someone's hug, a bird. And what you may notice is you're probably even smiling a little, and I can see it. And if you're not smiling, it doesn't matter, you're smiling on the inside. Now, open your eyes and someone share. What was that like?
I felt it in my stomach first, and then I felt it really flood into my heart energy. And I just felt really a buzzing. you know, like butterflies. I felt the energy exuding from my heart.
That's good. So like an emanating feeling.
Yeah.
That's right. So when you feel a certain way, other people can actually feel it as well. It comes out of you and through you and out into your environment. So the fact that you could feel it kind of expanding, that's what people say, oh, I have this feeling about that person. They're really lovely. Or I'll just walk into a room and they light up the room, you know, like this is just the way that energy follows how you're feeling and thinking. Is there anyone else that wants to share? What about Kayleen? Did you get a different sensation? Given that we've already heard what you felt like, you have to unmute yourself.
Thank you. Yes, it's very interesting now thinking about it, how it works. No, it's true. Yeah, I felt a little bit buzzing as well, and much more, yes, lighter. And I had actually thinking about something like a sunshine as well, just working on my thoughts. Yes.
Yeah. And maybe sometimes it's hard to switch into that thought. It's like, where is the good feeling? Where is it? But listen, while you're thinking that, just relax and say, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go for the smallest feeling that I can imagine, and then just let it get bigger and bigger. And as you throw yourself into it, it becomes bigger, because you really, what you focus on, you will get more of. So as you focused on the joy, you got more joy. And I saw people's faces smiling on this gallery view that I've got it on at the moment. So there's an example of how it's true for us. Okay. So what I want to talk about next is, now what do we do with that? So what? What are we going to do with that? So at any time during the day, and this is just as normal human beings, we're going to go up and down with our energy, up and down with our emotions. It's fine. It doesn't have to be steady or perfect all the time. But what happens when you really want to get yourself out of a bit of a funk, you know? So I'm going to show you a technique that's called the pillar of light. We're going to bring down a pillar of light. I'm going to do the healing for you so you can experience what it's like to receive a distant healing. If you're open for that, you're welcome to do that. If you're not open for that, that's okay. It just won't come through. You do need to be a little open. Just say, I'm interested, be curious about how this will go. Be curious about how this will go. So I want you to first, before we start, I want you to test your energy. So the hands, when we push our hands like this, everyone just activate your palm, because there's little energy centers here in the palm and the fingertips. Just activate it, move your hands around. Okay, we're going to feel for our energy. So just say to yourself, in front of me, between my hands, is my heart energy. Okay, and this is what you're going to do. You're just going to wave your hands gently together until you feel a little push out or a bit of a tingling or a heat or a coolness. Just allow your hands to wave slowly, and wherever it stops, just stop and notice what it feels. It could be in here, but I would advise you to go a little bit wider and just find wherever that stops and the quality of it. Is it hard? Is it solid? Is it a bit wavy on one side? Is it a bit... Yep. Okay, so when you've got it, just stop. Okay, and just someone else can share. What does it feel like for them? Can you feel it?
Like a resistance.
Resistance,
I felt like
yeah.
a bit of a resistance.
Yeah. So that's your energy field. That's your biomagnetic energy field of your heart. Because we said, our thought said, I'm feeling for my heart now, and it's right here in front of me. So when you focus on, you will get. Okay, so that's the resistance. Did anyone have a different feeling to resistance? You could feel tingly or warm or cool or something like that.
Felt like I was holding a ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can. Have you seen those cartoons where they make energy balls and throw them?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Did anyone not feel it? Kayleen, I can't hear you.
You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, I felt a little bit of electricity.
That's good. So any one of these ways that you feel it is it. Okay? That's fine. You don't have to feel it the way the other person felt it. It's just your own connection with your energy. And it will change too. Some days it'll feel like this, some days it'll feel like that. So now that you know where your heart is roughly, we're going to do this healing and then we're going to check it after and see what happened to it. Okay? So now I want you to all put yourselves on mute. I'm going to be speaking and guiding you through.
So I'm just curious about when you say we're now going to do this healing.
Yes.
You and I, because we're healers, we language you.
Yes.
I'm just like, if we could just take a moment before we go into the screen share and the invocation and everything. What does that actually mean to somebody who's not like hanging out in the healers world when we say we're going to do a distance healing?
So because energy is everywhere and we are all one, we are all connected through the Earth's field. When I'm here and I'm focusing with you or whoever is watching this right now, we are connected. So whatever I'm doing here, like the butterfly effect, you know, the butterfly flaps its wings over here and something goes on over there. But when we focus forward, what we can really do is alter the way that we feel together. So the way that we are experiencing life and the way that this energy circuit moves through us, because we're all interconnected. Have you heard of that thing? We are one, like we are one big moving mass of energy. Even scientists have discovered this. You can really look it up and have a play with this. We are all one. So what we are doing here, where it's very focused, and we're learning the power of thought today and how quickly you can move through space and time, even time, right? So as healers, what we do is we actually can alter this feeling for you, for your betterment, for your good, for whatever it is that you want. So as we do this, what we call a healing, it can also be called energy rebalancing. So maybe you're feeling a little off today, feeling a little bit more on this side, maybe some physical thing happening for you, maybe you're emotionally upset. So whatever it is that is going on for you, we want to kind of stabilize you and give you more power to be you, the best version of you that you can possibly imagine. So we're just going to be bringing in this energy that you may have never ever experienced before. I know a couple of you on here that I know that have, but some of you I don't know. We're going to allow this energy just to filter through our experience and just have a go and have a bit of a play with it. See what it's like. See what it's like. Okay? You may feel it. You may hear it. Sometimes people feel like, you know, they're drifting upwards. Sometimes they feel really, really heavy, like they're about to go to sleep. And if you go to sleep, that's fine. Okay, it will still work. But this is the way that healing operates. It's like, let's just see how much we can regroup you to your best possible version of yourself, where you're feeling light, bright, powerful, activated, in action in your life, and happy, okay? As happy as possible, joyous and calm. Because in this time of COVID, you know, there's been a lot of upheaval of energy in everyone. Everyone's disassociated from their own life, their own friends, their family, their workplace. So let's solidify everything, ground you, and just see how you go. Okay, everyone up for that?
Thank you, Valentina. I'll tell you, last week, Valentina and I met on Zoom to talk about this chat. And at the end of it, we were talking about how now's a time when really the healers have to step up. We all need to mute that. And then at the end of our chat, Val says, well, I'm just waking up for my day in Melbourne. It's the end of your day in Barbados. I can give you a healing. And I was like, excellent. So she said, just when you're ready, lie down, send me a message. And for about 15, 20 minutes, I was laying there and I put on some nice music on YouTube, listening to some nice sound, and I could feel it. Like I could feel things shifting for me, not every second of it, but I could feel it. Like I'm in Barbados and Valentina's in Melbourne, and I could feel the love, I could feel the shift, and it was a true blessing. And so that was like my little entree to today. And so thank you, Valentina, for being the healer for us all today. And welcome everybody to the healing of moving fearlessly.
Let's do it.
Did you want me to share the screen now so you can show the invocation?
Yes, let's do that. I'm going to use something called the Great Invocation. I'll be speaking these words. It's a non-religious, non-sectarian prayer for everyone. If you want to repeat these words, you can do it for the first. I'll run through this 3 times as I bring down a massive pillar of energy for you all. Okay, I'm going to be bringing down electric violet light. So you can imagine in your mind electric violet light coming down all around your body, even like a couple of meters around your body. This is how we use a very high vibration color. There are different colors you can imagine. Whatever color comes to mind, just let it happen. I use electric violet because it can address emotional wounds. It can address physical things. It does everything. So I always use that. It comes from the top of the head. So it comes into the top of your head and comes all the way around your body like that. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll be focusing on the top of my head and on my hands at the same time as I deliver this energy to you. At the end of this great invocation, I'll have you doing this as well as we emit energy to that thing that you want to work with. So it could be yourself, your projects. We're going to release the excess energy in this way at the end of these 3 times I'm going to go through this great invocation. And when I tell you, just put your hands like this, you're going to be having your hands as though you're about to catch a little ball, right? And you're going to be allowing the energy that you've now got out, because we got too much energy by the end of this. You will be buzzing. I need you to release as much of it as you can. The more you release, the more energy will come into you, okay? Don't make the mistake I did when I first started and try to hang on to it because I need it. No, no, no. The more you let go of, the more comes into you. So you're going to basically be channeling this energy along with me by the end of this little 10-minute session that we're about to do. So when you're doing that in front of you, as though you're about to catch this little ball, I want you to imagine the earth in front of you. And I'll guide you. You don't have to remember this. You'll imagine the earth and you're going to bless everyone, everything, every animal, every person on this earth. And then with the excess energy after that, you can bless your projects, your house, your relationships, your careers, your finances even. Okay, so this is really for anything that you focus on. But as a world service, we do it to bless the whole world because we're all in this together, as we keep hearing that. And it's true. We are really all in this together this particular time in history. So now if we just go back up to the Great Invocation, which is the wording, I'll be reciting this. You can just chill out, or if you want to, you can say it out loud. Okay? So first, I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes, connect your tongue to the palate, to the roof of the mouth, just lightly. This connects the front of the body energy to the back of the body energy. Uncross your hands and feet. Take a few nice deep breaths as I just create a beautiful space for this energy to flow safely. We call on all of our higher selves, each and every one in this group, and whoever is watching it now. We call on our higher self. Imagine your higher self several inches above the top of your head. However your higher self looks and appears to you, allow them to show themselves to you. Maybe looking like you do now, could be an image that you think of when you think of higher self. It could be an essence of your self. Connect with your higher self several inches above the top of your head. We love you, our higher self. Thank you so much for guiding us to be here today. To all the beautiful spirit beings, to our respective deities and guides. If there's any type of deity that you believe in, just mentally affirm that you are sharing this love and light with them now, and we accept them into this space. We thank them for the healing, the love, the guidance, the beautiful experiences, the lightness, the power. We thank all the masters, the spiritual masters before us, and the ones that are still coming through. We thank them especially for the divine protection, as we will so be it. Let's take a few nice centering deep breaths, and I want you to now start to imagine a beautiful light coming in from the top of your head, going all the way through your body, out of your hands and out of your feet, a couple of meters around you. Allow this light, electric violet light, like a violet light with a bolt of electricity through it. It may feel like liquid or glitter. It may appear a certain way to you, and just let it start to come in through the top of your head. As I align all of your energies and stabilize them as we work during this process of healing and self-healing. Imagine the light coming in through the top of your head, circling anti-clockwise in a cleansing formation, cleansing in through your skull, through your forehead, picking up any negative vibration, whatever doesn't serve you, any dreams you've been repetitively seeing, any images that keep coming to mind or distracting you, any feelings of loneliness, isolation, fear. Just allow them to dissolve in this electric violet pillar of light. Notice how it finds the places exactly where they need to be found. Letting this energy pour down to between your eyebrows, cleansing any stubbornness, stubborn thoughts, any attachments that you have to being right. Moving down to your throat, cleansing your communication style. Any harsh words said to others, let them be cleansed. Let this electric violet light find those words as they're trying to come out of your mouth and dissolve them, cleansing your jaw, your tongue, your teeth. And any negative words that you say to yourself, I'm this, why did I do that, etc., etc. These are the words that are the harshest. Let the electric violet light cleanse you, coming from your higher self, this light. Send love to yourself now. Cleanse your ears of these words. Cleanse them. Allow the light to do the work. You're just following along. Cleansing into your heart space, clearing any fear, sadness, disassociation from self, disassociation from your passion. This is where we feel passion in our heart. Moving down to the solar plexus area in the front of your stomach and the back of your stomach, along the spine. This is where we hold stress. Just release the stress. Electric violet light spinning anti-clockwise, releasing this stress of everything. Frustration, fear, anger, the need for retribution, resentment. Allow the light just to find where it is, getting in and under those feelings and release them, dissolve them, delete them. You might feel your breath becoming lighter, sighing a little. This is just the negative energy leaving and making space for you, your beautiful self, to emerge. Moving down to the belly button, cleansing your vital energy. your reserve energies, allow them to be cleansed and refilled. Moving downwards now to the groin, where your reproductive system is, just cleansing any negative vibration here, any attachments to the old. Anything that stops you from going ahead and doing what you want to do in your life. Cleansing now further down at the tip of the tailbone, the base energy, removing any fear, lacking of confidence, financial worries, any feeling disassociation from the earth or from those around you. And cleansing any old stuff that just doesn't need to be at the fore of your mind. Cleansing any financial hardship that you may have felt. Any lack of energy, any tiredness, overheating or underheating in your body. Moving down your legs, behind your knees, left and right, soles of the feet, left and right. We've just completed the cleansing cycle, and now I'm going to be reciting this Great Invocation. In this pillar of light, I want you to imagine the words inside this electric violet light. Let them go through and finish up cleaning anything from anywhere around your body as it actually energizes you. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of all. Let light descend on earth. Imagine this light coming from the point of light, wherever the mind of God would be. God as in universal energy, God as in your higher self, God as in the type of God that you may have heard of. Be curious. It's an experiment. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of all. May the divine presence of love return to earth. And just see this energy being filled with love streaming down your body all the way out of your hands and feet. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of us all, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of humanity, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where negativity dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the plan on earth. Take some nice deep breaths. And now I want you to lift your hands up like you're about to catch that little ball. I want you to start to release some of this energy because I can feel it's mounting now. Let yourself be the vessel for this light, for this love. Imagine in front of you the earth, like a little ball, this beautiful earth that you live on. I want you to give it as much love as you can. As this energy enters the top of your head and exudes out through your hands, just like in that picture. And I'll recite the words and just bless the earth. Imagine it being and becoming an electric violet ball of light. Blessing every person, every being, animal, the oceans, the forests, the air, the ground. This is your earth. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of all. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of all. May the divine presence of this love return to earth. Imagine love streaming into everyone's heart. Every single person. From the center of where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of all, this purpose which the masters know and serve. Elevate your consciousness. From the center, which we call the race of humanity, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where negativity dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the plan on earth. And just see these beautiful souls roaming around the earth, humans, animals, all beings, here to experience something special, being right here, right now. As I read it for the third time, and this time, just allow the energy to flow. The work is being done for you. Allow yourself to be the healer of the world. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of all. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of all. May the divine presence of love return to earth. Allow these people to be feeling peaceful. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of all, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of humanity, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where negativity dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the plan on earth. You can really feel it now. And with this energy now, I want you to imagine in front of you your projects, your loved ones. Share this energy with your families, your friends, your work colleagues. Release the excess energy. There's a lot of it. Some of you are swaying. This is just the energy moving through, needing a release. Bring the energy all the way down into the ground and let the energy come out of the bottom of your feet into the earth, many, many meters down. Bless the earth. Become the channel of this divine energy. Bless your homes. See your home filling up this beautiful electric violet light. As the light lands on everything in your home, see it sparkle. Especially the places where you feel more stressed in the house. Bring special attention there. And just notice as it settles, it just goes, oh, that's really lovely now. I think I'd like to sit there again. And gently and quietly, just bring your hands back down onto your lap. As we seal off this session, we thank our higher selves, our respective deities and guides, to all the masters and the spiritual helpers. We thank them for this beautiful blessing, the experience, the peace, the love, the connection, and the power, especially for the protection as we do this safely. As we will it, so be it, and so it is. When you're ready, just open your eyes. Move around a little, and a couple of you just share. How was that? Especially the people that have never experienced this before. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, Valentina. And the invitation is, if you want to take yourself off mute and just give us a couple of words around what you experienced, what that was like for you. Some people may not want to do that and may want to just like add something in the chat. Mm-hmm. We're open to all responses, but it would be delightful. We just have a few more minutes now. If we could anchor in like Valentine's invitation there. Any responses?
How was that?
A bit dizzy, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting. So just that going so deeply into that energy being.
Just move your body. Like I want you to all move your arms, move your head, rotate around, move your spine. The energy is very, 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 very powerful with pranic healing and with the Great Invocation together. It's like woof. So this is why it's important to move. And as you move more, the energy will come in more and ground you and become more.
Yeah.
That's it. Does that feel better? Just moving?
Yeah.
And the other thing I always remind myself after any kind of energy exchange, drink some water.
Oh, lots.
Drink some
lots.
I love it. I love it, Claire. Claire's up. So but Nell's also said here in the chat, my heart feels warm. Very powerful. Thank you, Nell.
That's good. Thanks, Nell.
I
Anyone else?
I could see the violet colour growing and becoming quite expansive, and I could feel the energy, especially in my hands, the tingling as we did that. So and then I felt it just, you know, expanding, and then when you got to blessing the house, things were sort of easing off for me there, but I really felt that energy and the color and the strength, and then actually the peace from it. It was like an energy boost, and then the calming.
Beautiful.
I had this weird thing happen because it's sunset where I am. So there was a light like right on my head for like the first chunk of it. And I feel like it was a little like, what's going on here? And then now I just feel very, like my skin feels very cool. Like really not tingling, but just like someone has put aloe all over me, like just coolness.
Yeah. Were you feeling warm before that? Was it hot?
No. No.
Yeah, so the energy can feel cool, hot, tingly, or light, heavy. So thanks for sharing that. It will change as the day goes on, as you sleep. When you sleep, it really comes in because our conscious mind is trying to understand it. So it can kind of get a bit blocked sometimes, the energy. But when you sleep, it's all in. It's like, yep, subconscious understands this, everything's cool. So you'll get a better result when you wake up. So notice how you feel when you wake up, how you feel, you know, my intention is that everyone feels more centered and grounded and more powerful.
Claire's had a response here. I had a guide supporter pull on my left ear to ground me. Love it. Love it.
Claire, this happens. People can feel like I'm a massage therapist for 20 years. When I do the healing, I don't touch anyone, but they still think I'm touching them. That's a really interesting phenomenon. So thanks for sharing that. Yes, it can feel so many different ways.
Yeah. So we're almost at time. So I just want to make this invitation. If something kind of like develops throughout the day or whatever might be, just to acknowledge it and just to acknowledge the love and the gift and the healing that's been a part of this gathering today. And Valentina, thank you for holding this space for all of us and for the whole world, which the world needs it right now. We need it. You all need it. I need it. The world needs it. Valentina, thank you for bringing the light and the goodness. You are a true blessing. And I just want to give, is there any final word you want to seal with us or share with us before I close us out today?
I want to I thank and acknowledge everyone for participating today and for allowing yourselves to venture into this world of the greatly unknown. and the courage that it took to do that, and the curiosity and the openness with which you did it. And the world thanks you, because this is what it's going to take. It's going to take everyone switching on in this way for each other. So thank you for being selfless in the healing today.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's give her an elevator population, Valentina, all of our love. Everybody on this call is going to get a replay of this. So do you know what? You could do it again. If you wanted to, you've got Valentina's voice there on the replay. The other thing that I'm going to send in the email with the replay link is I'm going to send the PDF of the invocation and the image so that you will have that text to use for yourself or to share with anybody else in your world that you think it would be a benefit for them to have that invocation. Because now is the time for the healers to stand up, and do you know what? We are all healers. That's what Val's taught us today. You're a healer, you're a healer, you're a healer. We're all healers. Thank you for being with us today. Next week, we're going to be back with more goodness, with another amazing woman who's going to be sharing with us some of her top tips for having an awesome life. You're going to get an invitation to that chat in that same email with the replay, with the PDF, and I'm also going to send you information of how you can stay connected or connect with Valentina if that is your desire. And I see a hand up by Shelley. Shelley, is there something you wanted to add or say, or is that a mistake?
Unmute yourself.
We can't hear you, Shelley, so you're on mute, darling. It's okay? She's saying it's okay.
I can mute her.
You can unmute yourself. I'd love to hear it.
How do you unmute?
Oh, no, it was all good. Like, everyone's commenting. And I'm like, how do you do that? I'm on an old phone. I'm not very good with technology. It's okay. Continue.
Zoom can be hard.
It's hard enough trying to get on here. I was just trying to work it all out.
Well, we're so happy that you were here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It was lovely.
Welcome anytime in the Moving Fearlessly community. We are at time. We're a couple of minutes over. Thank you for being patient and staying. If you need to go, we completely get it, but we also do have a closing ritual. So if you can stay with us online for just a couple more minutes, we have a way that we'd like to close our chats. If you do need to go, we love you. Thank you for being here with us. A blessed week until we see you next week. For those who are going to stay, this is how we close out our chats. I want to thank Valentina. I want to thank my co-host, Johanna. And this is what we do. Everyone's going to put their hand up to the screen. And Nell, if you can be on video for this, great. If not, you can absolutely participate off video. Everyone's going to take themselves off mute because it makes it much easier for this ritual when everyone's off mute. And what we're going to do is we're just going to see and acknowledge everybody who's been in our community today. And it looks something like this. Claire, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I've now passed it to Claire. Claire's going to pass it on. Once it's passed to you, you put your hand down and we're going to see and acknowledge everybody. I'm going to give it to you again, Claire, because you deserve it. Claire, I see you, I appreciate you, and thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. Johanna, I see you, I appreciate you, and look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Thanks, Claire. Is it Nishad or Nish?
Yeah, Nisha.
Nisha. I see you, and I've enjoyed your presence with us this morning, and thanks for being here.
Thank you. Diana, I see you. I appreciate you. It's been wonderful to share this moment with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Kayleen, I see you. I've enjoyed your energy. I appreciate your energy. And thank you.
Thank you. Shelley, I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and share your amazing energy with us all. Thank you.
Thank you. Who haven't I done? Hi, Ben. Thank you for your beautiful, kind energy, your beautiful, warm heart and presence, and for the beautiful masculine energy you brought to the group today. Thank you.
First time I've been accused of having masculine energy. So I see you, and I thank you for joining us this, I guess, morning for you. And thank you for being here.
Oh, was that for me? I didn't hear the name at the start.
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I didn't hear it either. Valentina, you beautiful, crazy girl. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Thanks, Stephanie. Deb, I see you, I hear you, and I thank you for joining us today. It's been really good to see you.
Same here, Val. Thank you. Deborah, thank you for being here. Appreciate you, your involvement, and look forward to doing it again with you one day.
Absolutely, Deb. So pleased that you were with us. And I'm so happy that your cat came to be with us as well.
Oh, yeah, no, she couldn't help herself.
The healing love is there, and the cat says, I'm coming in.
Yeah.
Everybody, I see you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Moving Fearlessly Chat 18. Come back next week for number 19. Thank you, Valentina.